Hey Internet, Eric here. Animated April is officially ending with this video. What that is every month on this channel, I will have a specific theme concerning the videos I discuss. Animated April is basically animated movies, whether it's full on animation, CGI, stop motion, a mixture of live action and animation, what have you. And I got the Boo. She's returning from, what was the last one we did?
Chippendale.
We did Chippendale. You're going to speak up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. We did Chippendale Rescue Rangers. That was a great one. We've been busy with birthdays and work and all that stuff, so we did not get to The Hobbit. We did not get to An American Tale. But we know for sure, spoilers, we're going to end Animated April on a high note with the really, really fun and one of Boo's favorites, the Super Mario Brothers movies. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 2023. Correct me if I'm wrong. Boo, basic plot is we are following the Mario Brothers who have recently quit Spike's wrecking crew.
Yeah. He's their old boss. Yeah.
Okay. He's their old boss. They quit to start their own plumbing company. What happens is they get a call. They have a failure at that first job, and then they see that New York City has flooded. They go to stop the flooding themselves, go down into the sewers, and get sucked into a pipe that takes them to the Mushroom Kingdom. The problem is, while Mario lands in the Mushroom Kingdom, Luigi lands in the Dark Lands, which is being run by Bowser. Bowser is this giant... If you don't know what Mario is, Bowser is this giant mixture of a dragon, turtle, Godzilla thing, and he is deeply in love with the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach, and he is doing his damnedest to marry her. Mario, with the help of his little buddy Toad, goes to the princess for help and tries to rescue Luigi while stopping Bowser. So, I've already said I really, really enjoy this. Boo, you said this is, you once said other than Sonic 3, this is probably your favorite animated movie, or is it your favorite movie of all time?
Yeah, I guess I'd say that, yeah.
Okay. What is it about this movie that you love so much?
I don't know. I think the first part why I loved it so much is because it was, first of all, Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, it's funny. It's, I'm blanking, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Uh...
Okay. Let's get with the characters. First off, you'll know who some of the voice actors are. Chris Pratt as Mario. A lot of people were worried about him because they're used to Charles Martinet and his high-pitched Mario. What do you think? How do you think Chris Pratt did as Mario?
Chris Pratt? Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. Chris Pratt did well, because Dad over here loves the way he said a certain line in the movie.
Yes, I love when he and Donkey Kong have a rivalry, and they're trashing each other. And my favorite line is when he puts up his dukes and he just goes, "Okay, giant monkey," like he wants to fight him. I thought Chris Pratt was fine. I liked him. I liked how Mario was. He's very protective of his younger brother. He tries to overcome his. He's got a real problem with self-confidence because he's so short, and everyone likes to tell him how short he is. And again, he's really good with his relationship with Mario and Peach, but also with his rivalry with Donkey Kong. My favorite character when it comes to the Mario world is Luigi. What did you think of Luigi?
I liked that he wasn't all like a super, like, sometimes in the Mario not movies, I'm sorry, I can't speak today.
It's fine.
In the Mario games, he's portrayed as this timid character who's pretty much just scared of his own shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he's not, like, overly timid in this. He's just a bit anxious,
Right. He's not the big-time scaredy cat. Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia show you are way too young to watch at the moment. I think he's really good at being that scared but not, like, overly scared character, but he's also quite funny in parts. I like the part where they're in the Punch-Out bar, and Spike's giving them a bunch of crap about quitting his business to run their own, company. And Spike says, "Oh, you haven't got a single call." He's like, "Oh yeah, well our mom just called me right now, or we got a call right now," and it's their mom just to thank them for their incredible video. And he's like, "Ha, so there," and he goes, "Booyah," and throws the phone on the ground and accidentally breaks it. He's also got a lot of funny lines. One of my favorite line, other than the giant monkey line from Mario, is when Mario saves the day as the raccoon, and he Mario saves him, and then Luigi's like, "What's going on? Why do you look like a bear?" So little lines like that is great. Anya Taylor Joy as Peach. What do you think of Peach in this?
I like how Peach isn't just a damsel in distress in this movie. I like how she's brave. She can do things for herself, and like she's not the one that needs to be saved. She's like she's a good fighter.
Yeah, I like how she runs the obstacle course because Mario has a training montage that he fails at miserably. It's one of the funniest sequences. Bonnie Tyler is holding out for a hero. She shows him how to do it, and it's climbing blocks and jumping over piranha plants and dodging bullet bills and all this stuff, and she does it like that. And it literally takes Mario over 24 hours to do it because he's dying every time. And it literally goes from day to night. She literally falls asleep while he's doing it. And then he finally thinks he's going to do it and then gets eaten by a piranha plant. And that's a funny sequence too because Mario does not like mushrooms. And that's a funny sequence. We're introduced that at his family dinner. He doesn't like mushrooms on his spaghetti. Another funny part about Mario is when you get the mushroom, what it is, for people who don't know Mario, the mushroom is a power-up. Makes Mario stronger, bigger. When she gives him, I love how when she gives him the mushroom, he holds it and he's like, ew, and then he does this little unhappy dance. And he keeps failing over and over again. There's one time where he's had so many mushrooms, he pukes. He's thrown up off the balcony, which I hope no toads were underneath him. And he actually shrinks as he throws up. And you're right, Peach is good because she's a strong character. She does a really good job at the wedding when she almost defeats Bowser. She's really good on Rainbow Road with all of her skills on the motorcycle. So she's actually a really good character. Next is my favorite character, Toad. What is it? Is it Keegan-Michael Key is the voice? I only know him from The Predator and Key and Peele. My favorite character of the entire movie. I love how... But you don't know what toads are. Toads are these little mushroom people.
It's not a hat, it's their head.
I say it's a hat. Boo says it's part of their heads. Anyways, they're these little 2 foot tall, maybe, creatures. And they're always so timid. They're always so scared. They don't know what they're going to do. And Toad is the only one that's brave. I love how when we meet him, he's teaching Mario about the Dark Land and everything. And he's just so brave. He's willing to do whatever it takes to save the princess, help her get her kingdom back. And I love the sequence when they go visit the Kongs. And it's a great sequence when they're on the go-karts. And Mario and Peach think they're going to die, and Toad's just having fun.
Yeah.
He's a lot of fun. What do you think of Toad?
I like Toad. I like some of his lines. Yeah.
Okay. Next up is King Koopa, Bowser, played by Jack Black. Jack Black is one of those characters, or one of those actors that I can take or leave. I think he's great as Bowser. Mm-hmm. He's very intimidating when we first see him. And what do you think of the scene where he attacks the penguins?
I think I like that scene. I have a feeling like that king penguin was like the penguin that people would always throw off the edge in Mario 64. Mm-hmm. And he's for like revenge. Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we first meet Bowser, he's on this winter world or whatever. And he's in the Penguin Kingdom, and there's these little penguins that are just throwing snowballs at him. It's so pathetic, but it's very, very cute. And then he is going back and forth, just doing his best to try to figure out what's going to impress Princess Peach. We have the Peaches song that Boo absolutely loves. Okay. If you haven't heard it, I'm sure you get a kid, put in the Super Mario Brothers movie, they'll sing it. And I really like his little sidekick, Kamek, who is he's right there. He's a Magic Koopa. He's basically Bowser's servant, and they have a good relationship because basically Kamek is like the king butt kisser. And one of my favorite scenes with Kamek is when Bowser's trying to imagine how the wedding proposal...
Oh, I love that scene.
Okay, well, then you explain the wedding proposal.
So, Bowser's trying to, imagine, how the wedding would go, the proposal. So he has these little flowers and like the piranha plants.
Mm-hmm.
And like he has this corny joke, and
But what
then
happened? What's the problem with the piranha plants?
and then like they bite, and so he smashes it down in the
Mm-hmm.
ground. And Kamek, he's dressed up in a Princess Peach costume. I'm like, oh yes, I love you, King Bowser.
Complete with makeup, and then someone walks in on them, and it's just like this awkward silence. That's a lot of fun. The only other characters worth talking about is Donkey Kong, who is voiced by Seth Rogen, who I don't like. I've never really liked Seth Rogen other than Superbad. I think he's really good in this. I really like how he's just trying to get acceptance from his father. Cranky Kong, he's always trying to be cocky and play to the crowd in the battles that he has to do. It's a great battle between him and Mario. He's always he beats the crap out of Mario. Mario gets the mushroom, but what's the problem when he gets the mushroom?
It's a small mushroom.
Mm-hmm. And then he actually defeats Mario actually defeats Donkey Kong because he gets the
cat suit.
Okay, he gets the cat suit, and it's great animation. Them just smacking each other like it's Smash Brothers, throwing barrels. Mario's clawing him to death, and they have this rivalry going. And it's like I love how when they finally get the go-karts made to AC/DC's Thunderstruck. This has got a great soundtrack. You got Mario pulling up, looking cool. You got Peach on her motorcycle, looking cool. Toad, like I said, he's 2 feet tall and he's in this gigantic monster truck.
I don't know how he got up there and how he can reach the pedals.
Well, I don't know how he can reach the pedals, but I'm sure Kong just threw him up there. And then Donkey Kong drives up and they're getting ready to, go stop Bowser, and he just looks at Mario and just goes, I hate you. And there's just like this good rivalry. They end up crashing on Rainbow Road. That's a great sequence with the blue shell turtle and all the destruction. They end up getting swallowed by a giant eel, and they're still fighting, with each other, and they got great chemistry. The only other character basically we're talking about other than Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong. And what are your thoughts on Cranky Kong?
I think he's good. I just don't really like his voice.
Right. He's a funny character. I don't know if it says the guy's voice. Fred Armisen. I know who the actor is. I don't think he used the right voice for Cranky Kong. What Cranky Kong is, he's basically just an old Kong. Kongs are the apes. There's Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, all these types of Kongs. And he's just an old Kong with a long-ass beard. And the problem is, I think he should have been more of a gruff, like, old man type of voice.
Yeah.
And it's just a voice that sticks out. He's an okay character. He's sarcastic. He's kind of a jerk. But he does grow after Donkey Kong saves him. He does accept his son for what he is. So, he's a good character, just a wrong voice. What else is there to talk about that you liked, Boo? How about some Easter eggs? What Easter eggs did you like about it? Because this movie is full of Mario and Nintendo Easter eggs.
So I liked how when they're in the pipes, like it was like the underground theme playing. And when Luigi was in the Darklands fighting off all the dry bones.
That's one of my favorite sequences.
The Luigi's Mansion theme was playing in the background.
I'm a horror movie guy. That's one of my favorite scenes because it's so dark and spooky. And the way the dry bones look with their red eyes, and they're chasing after Luigi. It's like he's being chased by like he's in a zombie movie. He thinks he's safe, and then all the Shy Guys and one of the Sniffets are behind him. So that's a great sequence. What other musical sequence do you like?
What do you mean?
When Bowser and Kamek are playing the piano?
They're playing the underground theme on the piano.
Yeah. Any other Easter eggs that are non-musical?
I noticed we didn't catch this the first time, but the hole in the wall when they're in the
Sewer,
yeah, it's shaped like the Mario head sprite.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned this, being a huge Mario fan. The voice of Mario is in it.
Oh yeah, Charles Martinet is
Two characters.
The one guy, I don't think he has a name, but the one guy playing Donkey Kong in the restaurant.
Jumpman, yeah, he's playing Jumpman.
whatever, same thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And then he's also Mario's dad, which apparently he said is the original voice he was going to use for Mario.
But he does use the Mario voice when he's the guy playing the arcade, and he even does the wahoo noise.
Yeah.
I like the ending of the movie. I like how they defeat Bowser at the wedding. It's not a bullet bill, the bonsai bill, I think it's called, blows up. It gets sucked through the pipe, and it's blown up in like the little interdimensional place, and everyone's sucked into Brooklyn.
Wait, I forgot to say reference. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize. Say it.
When the bonsai bill is shot, it hits Peach's castle like it does in Smash Brothers Melee.
Yep. I like how they're all sucked into Brooklyn, and that's a great fight sequence. You know, Donkey Kong's getting beat up, Peach is taken captive, and Mario and Luigi, they get the superstar, not the star, man.
Yeah, Dad.
They get the superstar, and they beat the crap out of everybody. They're beating up Sledge Brothers, Piranha Plants, Goombas, everybody, and then they defeat Bowser. They swing him around by his tail like in Mario 64, beat the crap out of him, feed him a blue mushroom to shrink him, and they save the day. And everyone, that's where they finally get the Super Mario Brothers. You know, they get called the Super Mario Brothers, and they're called the Super Mario Brothers by, of all people,
Spike.
Spike. One sequence we didn't talk about in the very beginning to show how much bad luck they have. They are called, and the cell phone is the ring.
The ringtone is the GameCube startup.
Okay, they go to fix a leaky sink, and they cause a bunch of problems with the owner's dog. That's a fun sequence between the dog attacking them and just the bathroom all going to hell. Lots of fun jokes. I love the soundtrack, the music, and the songs. There's this weird star creature that just wants to die for some reason.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no. Blue star.
Okay. She's lost, speaking of losing her mind. That's the only thing that, like I said, the only things I don't really care for is I'm not a big fan of the voice of Cranky Kong and that star creature thing that's like that it just wants to die and it just begs for death is kind of lame and obnoxious. But I really like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. The references, you know, I grew up with the NES. The references are great. Toad's my favorite character. All the characters are great. Even Jack Black and Seth Rogen, two people that I'm really iffy on, especially Seth Rogen. Animation's awesome. Rainbow Road is a great sequence. I was so happy we saw that on the big screen. I'm ready for part 2. Is there anything else that you can think of, Boo, that you want to talk about?
So, I don't know if this is like a really big spoiler.
No, go ahead, say spoilers.
But, at the end credits, there's a Yoshi egg in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, it hatches.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen for part 2 is the Yoshi egg hatches in Brooklyn, and Yoshi causes trouble. The Mario Brothers have to go in Brooklyn, and then that's how Bowser escapes and takes over the Mushroom Kingdom in part 2.
Here's one question.
What?
Why couldn't Bowser just hit himself over the head with the piano to become normal size again?
Because Bowser's not very smart. So, yeah, I really enjoy it. If it wasn't for Sonic 3, it'd still be Boo's favorite movie. But Sonic 3, you said, topped it.
Yeah.
So, but that's also a great movie. So, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Have you seen this movie? Do you love it? Hate it? Have no interest? Click the bell. Thanks to everyone that followed me through Animated April. Didn't get out as many videos as I thought, but you know what? It is what it is. Next month is Marvelous May. Marvel movies that are not part of the MCU. Thanks to Boo for being in 2 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one and Chip and Dale. Thank God they were good movies and you didn't, really, really regret doing this. Even though you were smart and said no to Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue. And we didn't have time for The Hobbit or An American Tail. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I don't know how to end this. Cheers.